Another chapter in Derek Jeter's career timeline. Look at that. June 26, 1974. He can thank his parents for this. He was born. And then on June 1st, 1992, he's drafted by the Yankees. Today is June 1st, 2022. What is that, 30 years? Damn, I feel old. Okay, the timeline, follow it to the end. This is one of the biggest reasons we're talking about this. Welcome to Twitter, Derek Jeter, because a complete stranger now will rip you to shreds momentarily. The Hall of Famer is like the last man on earth to join the social media platform. Also decided to, brave enough to create an Instagram account because apparently he wants all the smoke, although he asked everyone to go easy on him. Yeah, he was busy yesterday on Twitter. This is The Sweat, everyone. It's presented by DraftKings. I'm Emerson Lazio. A lot more baseball coming up because Jared Carrabis is going to join us in studio. He's going to talk about his biggest concern with the Red Sox, his message to a lot of Mariners and Phillies fans out there because I hear they are very sad and depressed right now. Plus, here, I'll take that, Billy. Sorry about that. A little coffee on the desk. Plus, is he Team Jock or Team Tommy in their little fantasy football kerfuffle? We got dudes slapping dudes now. So we're also going to break down NBA Finals, NHL Conference Semifinals, because last night was insane. Tonight is Game 1 in the East PGA Tour. But let's get going with our MLB panel first. All right, so Nick, Friar, Garion, Thorne, good morning. It is good to see both of you guys with facial hair. We are going to cover the bases now. We're going to start first base here, Gare Bear. Favorite DFS hitter to build around tonight? Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Aaron Judge. Now, this comes with a caveat of the 8 games on the main slate. I think this is the one you kind of have to circle and say this might be affected by weather. But legitimately, rain is the only thing that is going to stop Aaron Judge on this slate. I don't know why he is $5,300. It makes absolutely no sense. Not only does that make him only the 7th most expensive outfielder on this slate, he was well over $6,000 for like 2 consecutive weeks, less than 5-6 days ago. So I'm not quite sure what the algorithm saw in this particular matchup against Reed Detmers, who, by the way, since that no-hitter, has given up 8 earned runs and 4 home runs in his last 2 starts. He's not good. But Aaron Judge crushes left-handed pitching. He crushes everybody. He comes into this game leading baseball in expected slugging percentage at .750. And leading baseball in barrel rate. 25.8% of his batted ball events are barreled. I just think this is a massive mismatch. Again, you do have to watch out for the weather here, but if this game plays, Judge is going to have a huge performance.
All right, Friar, do you have a man as large as Judge here to build around as your favorite DFS hitter?
I wouldn't say he's as large as Judge, but I think you could roster both of our hitters today. I got Ty France at 4.2K going up against the Orioles. And the big reason why, yes, Ty France is good, but also Kyle Bradish, not that great. Now Ty France had a 416 WOBA against right-handed pitching last month, 5 doubles, a pair of home runs, not a whole lot of soft contact too, which is great, awesome, love that. But when you look at what right-handed hitters done against Bradish over the past month, 449 hard contact rate, a 8.2 soft contact rate, pretty high fly ball rate too. It turned into a lot of home runs, 7 home runs and a pair of doubles the last month. Right-handed hitters had against Bradish. So France is my guy. I think there's a lot of ways you can attack Bradish tonight, but France is the way I'd start it at 4.2K.
All right, Friar, let's go to second base here. Best DFS value play. Who are you looking at?
Now, I do think you can go and, pile on a couple Mariners from that game, but I'm actually going to switch over to the Tigers Twins game, and I'm going to go back to Jonathan Scope at 3.4K. He had 235 ISO against right-handed pitching in May. That was the result of 4 home runs, 5 doubles, and a triple. And he had a high contact rate against right-handed pitching too, 42.5%. I know Bailey Ober is like a solid pitcher, is 8.2K tonight. Definitely, I can see people rostering him every so often, but I know he had limited damage against right-handed hitters last month, but they still had a pretty high hard contact rate, 40%, and that fly ball rate at 48.9% too gives me reason to want to go and find a righty to target him with, and Scope is a good guy at 3.4K.
Gary, who are you going to target tonight for a DFS value?
I feel like Nick is like shaming me. I was really hoping to get Ty France as like my quote unquote value play because he's right in the middle there. He's like 4,200. So that's who I was going to go with. I think he's a fantastic play in general. And the fact that he's 4.2 is insane. So I will pivot to a different first baseman who falls under that 4K threshold, which I guess for the purposes of the rules is kind of like the value play barometer anyway. Rowdy Tellez. Anytime you can get Rowdy Tellez going up against a subpar right-handed pitcher, you should probably try and do that. He's just $3,800 tonight. I mentioned where Judge ranked in terms of like his expected statistic percentiles. Rowdy Tellez, 98th percentile expected slugging, 94th percentile expected WOBA so far this season. Tellez has been quietly tearing the cover off the ball in Milwaukee. He's got a 292 isolated power against right-handed pitchers. And I think we've finally seen like the end of Kyle Hendricks. Hendricks has been terrible so far this season for the Cubs. He's always struggled with left-handed bats, but never quite this much. 2.67 home runs per 9 for Kyle Hendricks so far this season. We know that Wrigley can play pretty small sometimes, and I think Rowdy Tellez is going to make it look really small tonight.
Well, Garion, let's hit up third base. Let's go to the DK Sportsbook. So give me your favorite player prop for tonight's slate.
So this is a player prop, but you can also kind of translate this logic into who my number one starting pitcher is on this particular slate. Robbie Ray is kind of back.
Oh.
Surface stats are not great, but the underlying stats are fantastic, and it really all comes down to his fastball velocity. His last 4 starts, that average fastball velocity is back up over 94 miles per hour, and because of that, in that 4-start span, this goes back to May 10th, Robbie Ray leads the league with a 38% strikeout rate, and he leads the league with a 22.5% swinging strike rate. The next closest guy, Shane McClanahan, 17.5%. That's how many swinging strikes Robbie Ray has been inducing over his past 5 starts. He's going to absolutely dominate the Orioles tonight, who have struggled immensely with left-handed pitching all season long. They've got the highest strikeout rate in the American League against left-handed pitchers at 26.2%. I think Robbie Ray crushes his strikeout prop tonight, which is 6.5. I think we're looking at 8, 9, 10 strikeouts for Robbie Ray on Wednesday.
All right, Friar, what do you got for a player prop?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to be had in that Mariners Orioles game, and I'm actually going to go back to it to my favorite bet, and I guess Garion's favorite value play. Now I'm starting to figure out how he beats Steve all the time on Tuesdays. So was it now a thorn in my side now is what the segment's called?
I think I've lost the first 2 thorn in my side segments, so we don't have to talk about it too much.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, well, that's too bad. Anyways, Ty France over 1.5 total bases at even money. Talked about before how Kyle Bradish has struggled immensely against right-handed hitters this over the past month, but over the entire season as well. I just think I really like France in this spot tonight, and again, not a ton of soft contact, so this guy's not going to get cheated. So he can easily just do it in one swing of the bat, or get a couple hits throughout the game.
Friar, take us home. I need your best bet on the DK Sportsbook for tonight's Major League Baseball slate, please.
Yeah, so Garion highlighted this a little bit already with Robbie Ray, talking about the disparity, and obviously I've talked a ton about Kyle Bradish to this point. I think when you look at that Mariners game, you can take them on the run line, or you can go into the innings section of DK Sportsbook and look at this game. And Garion, did we go on the same one here?
We're the exact same bet. I think. Okay.
You guys are terrible, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, the Mariners run line in the first 5 innings is my favorite bet. But if we're looking for another one, just so we have different ones here, the White Sox also on the money line, Kopech going up against Ryu. I like that one as well.
All right, Garion, anything you can add to that?
I'll just give the line. You've got the Mariners. For some reason, their money line is 145 tonight, but you can take them first 5 at minus 135. And the reason you're doing that is because of the just complete disparity in the starting pitching matchup. So that's probably the best way to bet this. I would back Nick up too. I think the White Sox with Luis Robert back, maybe with Yohan Moncada back tonight, going up against the left-handed Ryu, I think they're a pretty good option as well.
Friar, are you going to follow Derek Jeter on Twitter?
Oh, absolutely. I was really hoping you were going to ask me about this. This is so stupid. This is all because Brady's turned into this next level thing. Yeah. And now Jeter's like, oh, I got to capitalize on this too. I got to become this next big thing after I sucked with the Marlins. So yeah, this is exactly what this is.
I think I'm the best barometer for this because I hate both of those 2 athletes more than any other athletes on the face of the earth. And even I've had to admit that Tom Brady's good at Twitter. So ask me in a month if Derek Jeter has won me begrudgingly over, but I don't think it's going to happen.